And clap to the massive guys, you're definitely back again for another one on this Mr. Leaks reaction right there. And then guys, this is where I tend to react to a number of videos, and this of course is one of them. So without further ado guys, round of applause goes out to each and every one of guys who tuned into yet another Mr. Leaks reaction video. Guys, don't forget to subscribe and turn on post notifications so you can get all the videos if you want to become a part of the Mr. Leaks reaction family right there. But I also dropped a vlog on the Mr. Leaks vlog channel, guys. I'll post that link in the first comment in the comment box below. So if you finish this one, you can definitely go on check out little vibrations, guys. We went to Biosh and Dubla. I know some of you guys wanted to see that, so we actually went there and of course did a filming. This is the first time I actually went to some parts in Dominica. The very first time in my life that I've went. That's crazy, bro. But we have definitely did a video. I know a number of you guys wanted to see Dubla, but I did Biosh and Dubla for you guys. Anyways guys, you will check that out in the first comment in the comment box below. Anyways guys, you can see something on the screen right there. Some individuals apparently came and stated that they invested in Dominica. We invested in Dominica. Literally written right there. And I'm trying to figure out what exactly they invested in Dominica. I guess it's this building right there, which is rather interesting. Right there. Okay, this is, anyways guys, this is apparently these are the individuals right there. This person look kind of familiar. I think she was doing some diving, but maybe it's a friend or something. Anyways guys, this is Brad and Shelby right there. They are apparently scuba diving instructors who live aboard their sailboat in Miami, Florida, with two rescue dogs, Dainty and Layla. Dogs not supposed to be on the sea, no? You just had dog on boat. Well, then again, it's family. They just call them sometimes. Anyways, guys, that is not the whole situation right there. This is some of their photos. I guess this is them dogs, and this is them individuals right there. Anyways, they are apparently in Dominica. There's some interesting story about investing in Dominica. And of course, January 2018, they apparently reached out to these individuals right there, this real estate company in Dominica, I guess, and began coordinating. Guys, I have no idea why the camera just stopped. No idea whatsoever, but it stopped. But anyways, guys, let's continue right there. 2018 January, they linked up with these individuals, began coordinating the property search with this individual right there, and then flew down to the island and met up with her in April. And of course, this is what they stated right there. She found the property similar to our interest for sale. So I guess they buy the property right there. We are looking for ocean front. This doesn't look like an ocean front. No, Papa, that do looking, well, maybe, I don't know. Anyways, guys, after several months, they stated we settled on a property in Castle Comfort, I mean, Dominica. It has been called that area and was used as a cafe. This cannot be it right there. This cannot be it, bro. This cannot be it, bro. This cannot be it, bro. I don't know, man. I don't know. Anyways, guys, they apparently have this thing right there. Let me open this and see. So this apparently is it right there. Anyways, guys, let's go back to where it was. The owners, who are these individuals, had moved off island previously, so we had no contact pretty much with them or conversations at any point during our purchasing of the property. So I guess that's where they have that thing, that thing right there. And of course, they say they had no conversation with the individuals right there. Our realtor, this individual, recommended that we use a long-time lawyer, this individual, for the sale. He supposedly knew the old owners and acted as the lawyer for both them and the individuals in that writing that story, as well as the person who held our escrow and took all the funds in the sale to send to these individuals right there after closing, the owners of the property right there. Anyways, we spoke to this individual at Invest Dominica. This is interesting. And she advised us that our next step was to what? Purchase the property, of course. So we could obtain a business license and apply for visa and local bank. I guess they probably bypassed the CBI and wanted to do it via local level, I guess. Or maybe it's the same thing. Anyways, I don't know. So guys, I just get confused sometimes when it comes on to what is taking place with the CBI program and what exactly other individuals are doing. I guess there's a number of ways to obtain this. Anyways, guys, we agreed about the price, signed the contract, and we would not transfer the funds until the title was in our lawyer's hands. That's the individual right there they mentioned a while ago. We wanted to be sure this would be a real deal and we were not getting taken advantage of. right there. I know a number of persons, when they come down to they come to the Caribbean and whatnot, a number of individuals try to take advantage of individuals. So I guess they heard about different stories in Jamaica and a number of places where individuals have done these kind of things. But I've also been hearing a number of situations like this taking place in Dominica with individuals who were overseas and come to Dominica, and after a while, you know, they have been trying to get the properties settled and whatnot. That's not happening. Lawyers have the properties and thing. I actually know that one of the individuals specifically very close to me in the Sugar, and of course she had to leave and go back. And anyways, yeah. Anyways, guys, on July 20th, they transfer the funds or life savings, they say, to the escrow account after this individual sent us photo of the original title for the property, which had been mailed from these individuals to his office. The company owners, I'm guessing. We had refused to transfer any funds until we had proof of the title being in the seller's name. So you don't want to buy things that is not. Why is my camera blurry now? What is going on then? Okay, we're looking like we're better right now. So obviously you don't want to buy property that is not somebody's own. You check, you want to make sure that it's the individual's own, which makes sense right there. Anyways, we advise at this point we own the property, and that would be that it would take about 6 months for the title to be transferred from the old owners' names to from the old owner names to ours, or rather to our company's name we created, which is this thing right there. The lawyer, I will link you later. The lawyer that you seen right there processed all the paperwork for the creation of our, you know, so pretty much he handled all this thing right there. With the assurance of how the property blah, 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 was to work in Dominica from our lawyer, we felt comfortable working on the property and started flying. So they started, you know, working on the property, started flying down and making improvements and investments in the lot to prepare for the grand opening of this, the diving thing that they wanted to do in Dominica right there. We placed the roof, blah, blah, blah. So I'm guessing this is what they're talking about right there. This is not the restaurant or whatever they think. So that is the diving section, I guess. All right. Anyways, as you continue right there, blah blah, we placed the blah 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 blah. Yeah. We took a while of us flying down and working on the property on our vacations. So I guess then they left on the vacations to come through to do this kind of thing. Still, it was presentable, and we were granted a meeting with the head of the fisheries department. This individual right there, he interrogated us for an hour on our plans and experiences before asking us where we would open our business. When we gave him the address to the property, he said that we were very optimistic in buying a property before getting approval. That's true. You should have gotten approval before you did this. And anyways, before getting approval, he would consider our application based on what we could do for him. He didn't put his hand out, but he didn't have to for us to understand. I just found out that this individual was later arrested. Hey, look things. Boy, I tell you, boy. You guessed it, fraud and theft. But what going on in the place? What going on there, boy? So one to the next. So the person there that apparently is in charge of that situation, in charge of the fisheries department, apparently is involved in something according to this individual right there. It arrested, you guessed it, for fraud and theft. Our next meeting took us to the head of water sports committee. This individual was the guy who had to give us the blessing to open our water sports business. This is part of where we this is part of where we tell you Mr. Perry owns this area. That's why I was kind of confused, because I actually knew one of the girls inside there, a white girl right there working inside there. So that's why I was like, she looks familiar. Anyways, the only functional scuba diving operation on the island, which, yeah. Anyways, guys, continue along there. 2 years go by. So from 2018 to 2020. Okay. 2 years go by and we still haven't been approved because we don't have proof of ownership for the very thing that we did. So there's some sort of cocoa macaque taking place. Apparently, we have messaged and called the lawyer right there requesting our title and registration of the property in our company's name. And I've been told time and time again that the process is just delayed. I guess it probably was delayed due to the whole Rona situation, maybe. Because that was 2020 that these kind of things happened. But I don't understand. Why would the delay be there? Since it has nothing to do with the direct result of the Rona. I mean, maybe people wasn't going to work, but to me, lawyers were going to work at that time. I could be wrong. But anyways, that's a whole other situation right there. There were many reasons why, mold in the... boy, hey, that is one of the reasons they're telling me about mold in the office of registrar. Power outages, backlog, cause I guess that's due to the whole Rona situation. But I think that's interesting, eh? Because I don't think mold shut down tropical storms. But as in 2020, we had Hurricane Maria in 2017, and then we had Tropical Storm Erica in 2015. So why do we still have mold? Why do we still have mold and backlog in 2020? Well, based on in 2020, why? Anyways, after making many calls, the registrar requested updates on our paper. We are finally told that they do not see any requests for new registration. In fact, they do not see that the title was ever transferred. Interesting. So they got the money, got some monies right there. Properties, they are told properties are going to be transferred. That did not happen in the next 6 months. 2 years later, they're waiting for this. And now they're on to this one right there. In fact, they did not see any titles was ever transferred or paperwork submitted to transfer the property from the old owners, who were these individuals I talked about. Well, I didn't call their names. Let me show you who these individuals right there. So that is interesting. Where was I? Blah 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 ownership. Okay. Anyways, let's go down to this one. After many calls, registrar, blah blah blah, did not see anyone, blah. Okay, 720 days after we send the money, and we're assured the process would take 6 months. I just mentioned that. We are very concerned to hear that they cannot see the paperwork for the title transfer. We no panic, because if you do not have any paperwork going forward, do you have the receipts? Do you have any receipts of sending monies or this kind of things? Is there anything like that to ensure that, hey, because on one hand, you can say you do all these things, but you didn't transfer any monies. Do you have the receipts to say that you transferred the money? Do you have your bank statements to say, okay, I send these monies to... So if you don't have necessarily the receipts, you will have the bank monies to transfer. But you're talking about the escrow account. That is something else, eh? Transfer the money to escrow account to Dominica. Well, that is a battle. That is a battle right there. So anyways, they are panicking now. The lawyer apparently won't answer phone calls or text messages. We searched the internet to see if anyone else had experienced similar issues in Dominica. Came across this article outlining this lawyer account being used in prior Ponzi schemes right there. That's interesting. And those are the numbers on the bank account are the same in the article as the account we transferred funds when we purchased the property. So is there some kind of cocoa markup taking place, guys, when it comes down to the situation? What is the lawyer's involvement? What is the lawyer's take on this? Actually reach out to the lawyer in this regard. He says he's going to give a statement and whatnot. So I guess we'll have to wait and see what that statement is. But on the basis of this whole thing right there, this is the individuals then giving their story on what took place with them. And of course, they have paid some money for some thing. But there's an important thing of what they stated right there with this guy. I guess... when we gave him the address to the property, he said that was very optimistic in buying a property before getting approval, and he would consider our application based on what we could do for him. It's always what we could do, what he could do for him. I'm not too, too shocked about that statement right there, considering that, if I remember when Lennox Linton was talking about the very thing, I think it was in Senju, talking about ministers are exchanging favors. Women have to exchange favors. Women are exchanging certain favors. I have to be careful on YouTube how I say certain things. Exchanging certain favors for different things. So you give up something, you give this, the women give the ministers something, and then the ministers give them certain favors as a result of what they did. And then we see in this kind of situations right there. It's always a clock back and forth when it comes down to this situation in this regard. But it's rather interesting according to this article right there. We finally get in touch with the lawyer He explained that everything is fine, but I don't think everything is fine because it's 2 years. You told them 6 months, but 2 years it has happened and it's still continuing. And then they still went ahead to go into the registrar and they told them they didn't see anything transferring, any properties transferred from the old owners to the new owners, and that was 2 years later. So if you're saying that everything is fine, I find that very fishy right there. However, we don't know the full scope of this thing right there. We just need to keep waiting. I'm thinking the whole reason behind waiting, did the lawyer give any understanding, or maybe it's because of the pandemic or the Rona situation that caused things to be, you know, uncertain. There's a number of people who couldn't sign certain things to do certain things. I wonder, but we're talking about 2018. In 2018, I understand that that's a year after Hurricane Maria, so maybe things were not up at then. Maybe that's the case. Maybe that's the case. But we're in 2022 now. In 2022, when was this article written? I don't even know when this article was written, but they mentioned a number of times that this kind of situations has taken place right there. This is not the first time. Anyways, just look the date right there. So this is actually recent that they just wrote this article. Anyways, we finally get in touch with the individual right there, and he said you should not, you know, keep waiting and whatnot. There's an issue with the ownership of the property, and it's okay. We just need to wait for the courts to figure it out. And it did not concern us, and that's why he did not tell us the true detail. But that's a problem that I have with a number of lawyers, though. When there's certain things happening and then they give you a time frame and they don't reach that time frame, they don't tell you nothing. So obviously you're just supposed to just wait and see, okay, I get that's what they say, all right. That's all right. But you're supposed to inform the client and tell them what's going on. 6 months, 2 years passed, man. Come on, man. Come on, man. 2 years has passed. That is not good at all. You're supposed to communicate with the people that paying you money to do things for them. I don't understand this situation, man. But anyways, let's continue right there. You say you shouldn't worry, but you should have told the individuals what the delay was, so the people won't be putting your name in certain things. And guys, I'm not just speaking about one lawyer. I'm speaking about a number of lawyers that have been saying a number of things to different clients. And I heard a number of people saying things. I haven't heard a recent one about a particular female lawyer stating that this individual took all her well, let me sometimes people don't know what information I have. Boy. Anyways, that is another thing right there. It did not concern us. Of course it did concern them. Come on. I mean, you're supposed to transfer the land to them for them to be able to do a number of things. They went ahead and because, you know, they trust the system, I'm guessing. But that says something about the whole system in Dominica. It might be in part, but that says something about the whole system. Because if you went from one person to the next, you went from the lawyer, you go to somebody as a registrar, whoever individual, that person is implicated. The lawyer self say they're going to put things in things for you. They go and check. No transfer or no information has been transferred. They themselves haven't told you anything. I think that come on. Come on, man. Anyways, I explained to him that that's not what we agreed to. And to return our funds until he had a clear title. Because they pretty much stated, well, based on what they stated in the article right there, they say that they want to ensure that they have they want the title. So when they have the title and whatnot, then they can give the monies and whatnot. I think they send a picture or something for them of the title, and then they transfer. But I think it was on their part as well. Because even if you didn't get the thing, you should not have transferred any type of money at all. When it comes down to lawyers and this thing, you do not transfer monies until you know exactly what it is. Because I've been hearing a number of things, and I've been hearing a number of things, especially when it comes down to lawyers in Dominica. And look, we have another situation involving one of the same lawyers that they're talking about in this one. Involving another vibes that is taking place right there. Guys, if you make this video reach to 250 likes, give a thumbs up. I'm going to do a reaction on it as well. But that is not fair at all. Anyways, I explained to him that that's not what we agreed to and return our funds until he had a clear title. He refused and said I could wait or sue him. But either way, I was going to wait a long time. Because whether you go to sue him or not, you're still going to wait. So what would you do in that situation, guys? What would you do in that situation? If the lawyer is telling you to sue him or wait? Because to sue somebody is going to take a long time. I know this. It's going to take a long time. But hey, either you wait or you sue him. One or the other, you still have to wait a long time anyways. I was going to wait a long time. As of February 23rd, 2022. The paperwork has still not been filed. So that is from since 2018 to now, 4 years later, right there. 3 to 4 years, depending on the time that it was. January, they stated, right? Let's see. January, okay. So, yep, definitely 4 years later, right there. Where was I? Yeah, so I could wait. I was going to wait a long time. As of February 23rd, 2022, that's this year, the paperwork still has not been filed. We reach out to in this place right there, and this person no longer works, and the person in charge of this one no longer works there, and no one is interested in helping us. We send emails to every government agency on the island. Of course, it's a loop that day, you know. You see you going as a loop, boy, you man, you playing in that loop. And you think, that's one of the things I said before, when it comes down to the government has its people in the right set of areas. So even if you were to go there to one person, you say, okay, you got that person you cannot deal with that individual not fair to you. You go to somebody else, that person is loyal to that person that is loyal to the top, and everybody's in one sphere. So it looks like it's a conundrum that is happening, a bowl of soup, man. A bowl of soup with all kind of things that are happening inside there. We send emails to every government agency on the island asking what we should do. No one responds. Long distance phone calls are put on hold for hours. We are tempted to fly to the island to try to sort this in person, but our flights were cut. But I don't know if it's Lumiere. Well, I use the new word, right? I don't know if it's Lumiere all you have, but apparently that is the case. But remember, they say it's due to this thing right there, the Rona situation, shutdown thing. So, but now things are open up. So I guess you can come to Dominica right now to try to figure this thing out. We then hired another lawyer to try to recover our funds. However, when they found out who our original lawyer was, they declined the case and told us to forget the money. We moved on to our third lawyer. They sent a letter to the lawyer right there requesting our funds returned to us. And of course, the lawyer, well, based on what they're saying, the lawyer ignored the letter. Our new attorney requested a 5-figure US retainer to pursue litigation. Whee! So at least $10,000 minimum retainer to pursue litigation, and would take a portion of the funds if returned. So 5 figures, you have to pay this, and then a percentage on the funds that you have to receive should go to them as well. That doesn't seem like something that is good at all. Our realtor, this individual, stopped responding to our messages a year ago as we begged her to help us. It's been 1,402 days since we sent out the funds. That's 1,402 days, guys. It's been a year since the lawyer has returned the email to them. Messages left unread. The property has been overgrown. I guess garbage and whatnot has taken over. It's covered in trash. Our new plumbing we installed has been looted. The neighbors have built over the property lines, and there are squatters in tents on the beach. How much money can I invest in a property I don't own? That is something else. How much money can you invest in a property that you don't own but you purchased right there? That was our life savings and our dream. Between dishonest professionals on the island, the government that is dysfunctional and wants a bribe to sign a paper, and the conflict of our future being in the hands of our only competitor. That is the same one I just mentioned a while ago. The dive one. Anyways, you get it. Anyways, we are ready to move on, but hope to receive our funds so we can start over and quit devoting energy and tears to this failed dream. It's rather unfortunate right there, but I think it's a blunt. I have 2 or 3 things to say on this thing. I think one, what is happening when it comes down to the professional of individuals that need to be, that is something that is lacking when it comes down to Dominica. It's definitely lacking. So I have to say this. 1, 2, I also believe that you guys went ahead in rushed manner to do things without actually getting the paper, or you cannot do that. You cannot do that. And on the basis of that happening, that then will create number 3. They have a right to do this. You have no backing whatsoever. The only thing that you pretty much have is if you have the receipts of sending the monies, if you have these kind of things. And for you to try to get lawyers, other lawyers to then step in to do these things, what's going to happen? You're going to have a sphere of different circles happening. So pretty much it's based off your fault. You should have waited for you to get the title before you do anything. You should have waited for you to get the title before you do anything. But then again, I'm thinking to myself, how do you get the title without paying the money? You have to pay the monies so you can get the title, but you are not getting the title, you pay the money already. So that service is a whole lot of... Guys, are you mad? Guys, what are your thoughts on the whole situation right there, man? What are your thoughts on the whole situation? This is just one side of the story. I haven't gotten the other side of the story right there. The individual, one of the lawyers told me that they're, you know, will make a statement in this regard. But this is going all over the place right there. And based on what I see, all I can do is give my thoughts on what I think is good good or bad on this article right there. Very unfortunate that this took place with individuals who thought that they could give all their money and stuff without actually getting any assurance or whatnot, which I think is kind of stupid. But on the basis that you did this, obviously people can then take advantage of you. I'm not saying that is a good thing. That is a very bad thing. But obviously people will be able to take advantage of you if you have no sort of... But it's unfortunate that this has happened. Hopefully everything gets rectified. I think that is a very sad thing, especially when it comes down to more people finding out this information out there about the concerns of Dominica and people wanting to invest in Dominica and looking at the different things. Because yourself, and the funny thing about it, another thing I have to mention, yourself, you said you went out to do research. You should have gone to research before. You said after you did this, you went to find out if there's any situation like this has happened before, and you found out that this situation has happened before. You should have done your research before you go out and do anything. One of the things that people like to ask me when it comes on to when they want to come to Dominica, and I tell them, well, can you fly out if you need to fly out of Dominica? Because I know the healthcare system is not good in Dominica. Ask any Dominican, they would tell you the healthcare system is good in Dominica. Well, ask them. So when I tell individuals who trying to come to Dominica, when I say, yes, you want to come down, come for vacation, see how the country is, feel it out and whatnot, and then we can make a choice on that. Some of them actually came down, some of them, you know, messaged me and telling me in Dominica and whatnot, what boom bam bang. But on the basis of you knowing what took place, at least you know what take place, or what is taking place, you come and you face this difficulty, don't complain. You do complain if you have to do your thing and whatnot. You come Dominica, you vive a little, try your best to eat your energy, your natural fruits and whatnot for you not to get sick. You come down Dominica and you do your thing, and then you good to go. But on the basis that you don't know and you're just running into things and think that everything is gonna work out, does work out like magic? No, man. On the basis of the lawyers and the other people that tend to do these kind of things, I mean that's not good. That's definitely not good if that is the case. But then again, we also know about the whole Hurricane Maria and so forth that kind of knocked out the system for a bit. So if they're talking about backlogs and things, how much people are buying property like that for it to have the backlog now? Or was the system messed up? I know the driver's license stuff was messed up. They were not able to figure out who had what and this kind of things. I think the hurricane mashed up the system of that, and they had to, I guess, put back everything with our receipts and whatnot. Then there is a whole other story right there. So I know, I think, yes, that definitely happened, because I remember going for my stuff and they couldn't track back. But anyways, guys, what are your thoughts, man? Leave your thoughts in the comment box below. I find this is very unfortunate right there. Individuals sending this to me. Vikey Vi, man. And this individual stated that they lose all their monies. Now, guys, I'm not putting all the thing on thing. They say you have to wait. You know, Dominica system can be very, very slow sometimes. Can be so slow to the point where it's asinine, man. It's annoying and asinine. And then you try to get help for individuals and you don't get nothing. And then you keep going in a circle and a circle and a circle and... Now, guys, I'm not saying that anything is thing. If that is the case, I think the lawyers on the lawyers' part, they need to communicate with their clients when certain situations are happening. Communicate with your clients to let them know what's going on. For 2 years, you don't unsign these people and nothing, and then when you finally get them now, when they finally get you, you telling them it's a backlog and whatnot, come on, you should communicate with the people then. I think that is all fair when it comes to the situation, so at least they'll understand, okay, there's a backlog and whatnot. or tell them, okay, within a certain time, if you don't get your thing, we'll send back your money for you or something. Come on. I mean, I don't know. Maybe it's me. Maybe it's me that phony. Because what are your thoughts, man? Leave your thoughts in the comment box below. Make this video reach 250 thumbs up. And I'll do a reaction on the Mass in the Cemetery one. Actually, I have it right there, guys. So if you want me to do one, hey, let's go. Anyways, guys, give the video a thumbs up. Make it to 250 thumbs up, guys, and I'll definitely do a reaction on the Mass in the Cemetery one. And of course, subscribe and turn on post notifications so you can get all the videos as they tend to come through, guys. I'll see you guys in the next reaction video. Boom bang.